house. Cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. Shotgun knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your...
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV. Welcome to the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Round number 1 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzler UMP Modifieds presented by CFM Esports and Team Victory Lane Racing. Round number 1, Brett Wheeler joined alike Jerry Vansickle. Jerry, well, welcome to round number 1 of a 6-week series. Should be a good 6 weeks, buddy.
I'm giddy with excitement. Oh, it's going to be an awesome night. I think pushing close to 50 in the 50 cars in our server tonight in the class that I truly do enjoy, the modifieds, the open wheel modifieds. I mean, I like the big block modifieds, but they give me the old UMP IMCA type car, and this is my bread and butter. I love it.
Well, we've got qualifying on the program. After we'll go through the qualifying stuff, we'll go through the schedule and what is going to be on tap for what is technically the next 7 weeks, but 6 of those weeks, 6 out of the 7 weeks will be race. Of course, we'll take 1 week off for the United We Stand World of Thunder race, but more we'll worry about that later on as we sort of head through the night. As we've got Ryan Underwood in the Victory Lane Racing. Gee, I tell you what, having these guys just put out some really good stuff.
Oh, yes, they do. That's a beautiful hot rod there for Ryan Underwood. The familiar number 46 makes his way through turns 3 and 4 here at Volusia. Say hustle on in. Here on the Tuesday for me, Wednesday for you, Wheeler. Of course, Memorial Day holiday. Of course, big show last night on UltimateDirtTV. And kickoff of a big 6-week run here with Team VLR.
Ryan Underwood, 10th quick, 16.746. 16.746. Now, this is a young kid to keep your eye on. He is one of the newest members of the Victory Lane stable. And I'll tell you what, he's been quick. And just you put him with the Victory Lane guys and he just gets a little bit quicker. Dylan Yeager, we'll see what he can do. Evan C, 3rd quick with a 16.670. How about Blake Matjoulis-Seay? We talk obviously about the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop. They go 1 and 3 at this stage with Mark Augustine just separating that. How about Dustin Mombaquette as well? Matthew Selby, Damien Keep, the old pretty boy. CJ Howell, Zach McSwain, Brent Carter, Cole Cabray. That's your top 10. It might just have a little shake up here because Dylan Yeager's on the racetrack as well, along with Howard Weaver as well.
Oh, that Howard Weaver guy is already in the fence. But yes, Dylan Yeager, we've seen him before on a handful of leagues that we broadcast and everything, and always a quick racer, Dylan Yeager, in that hot rod. And look at that, Wheeler. Crack him up, lay him down. Blake Matjoulis goes quick time for the D1RT with a 16.638. Then it's Augustine C, Mombaquette, Selby. Those are your top 5 qualifiers.
All right, so look at it this way. We had 40, I think it was 47 cars signed into the pit. As I said, nearly 50 cars. We're going to see 5 heat races on the program for tonight. So let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. They're going to be 8 laps, and the top 3, Jerry, will move on to the main event. Everybody else will get put into a B main. I think there'll be 3 B mains, and there'll be 12 laps in distance as well, where I believe we'll take probably the top 3 from each of those. Blake Matjoulis will start from position number 1, driving the D1RT 127. He's outside the pretty boy. Damien Kiefer lines up position number 2.
Road number 2, we'll see Jay Place there. On the inside and the outside, it's Devin Morgan for Team VLR.
Dixon Slinger drives the 51 machine for Speed Shop 51. He'll start from position number 5. And Randall Carter for Victory Lane Racing, the 37, starts position number 6.
7 and 8 on the grid. That's Kyle Miller in the 28. And Josh Vinci driving out of the great state of Ohio in the 021.
And your 5th and final row on the inside out of position number 9, driving the 10 machine from Tejas. It's Casey Brunson, and he's outside the Team Outlaw Motorsports 32 Boo Boo machine. That's BJ Duval out of position number 10. I was actually talking to BJ a couple of days ago. He wanted to sign up, but he was just a little hesitant and wasn't sure if he was going to make a couple of the rounds, but he's like, you know what? Yes, I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to try and put it with the best of the best. And when you speak of the best of the best, what better way to come out to Victory Lane Racing? You know these drivers, no matter whether they have 40, 50 or 60 cars, even 120 cars, you know at the end of, or when it comes feature race time, the field that takes to the starting grid, they're going to be the best of the best, and the cream will always rise to the top, Jerry.
Yes, it will. And we'll see it here. Matjoulis up there on the front row with Damian Kiefer. 8 laps of distance. We'll see how they qualify on through this one as Matjoulis and Kiefer going to roll down through turns 3 and 4. Wheeler, nice and easy to the start zone. right there in the bottom of turn number 4. Pace truck rolls on in. They hit the chalk stripe. We're green flag racing. 8 laps the distance, and we're already 3 now, 4 wide, pushing down into turn 1 and 2.
Geez, Devin Morgan really showed he means business here tonight. He wanted to get up on the wheel. Speaking of getting up on the wheel, the Zero Machine of Damien Kiefer. He moves to position number 2, puts Jay Place back in that third and final transfer spot, but Place now back to the inside. They hustle down into 1 and 2. This is your battle for 2 and 3 right now. Then you go back to Devin Morgan, Randall Carter, Dixon Slinger as well, trying to stay inside the top 5.
Top 2, 3, 4, and 5 battle, and it's Kiefer, Place, Morgan, and Carter. They'll hustle down the front straightaway. Rows 2 by 2 behind your leader, Blake Matjoulis. Looks like an old Delaware double file restart all the way around the speedway as that 16 of Jay Place trying to find some action traction on the bottom. But you see it to the outside. Damien Kiefer going to hold serve with them as they hustle on down to lap number 4.
Yeah, good battle between Place and Kiefer as they continue to go side by side. Look at the big owl guns. The Pretty Boy Racing. Number 0 Machine of Kiefer. He's been on a hot streak. He's been your DirtFan.com Driver of the Week about 3 weeks ago. Right now, Jay Place putting it to the inside. But boys, look out because here comes Devin Morgan. Dixon Slinger in the 50 machine. And then Randall Carter. He can throw a blanket over 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As you said, Jerry, it's kind of like Delaware double file racing at the moment. But how about Blake Matjoulis in the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop number 127 machine?
He leads this field like he does every time. Man, I look fast is what he tells himself every time he looks in the mirror as he hustles on down the back straightaway. Now that 51, which is the 50 on your screen of Dixon Slinger, is slung his way on in there. Is this time they'll come down the front straightaway. There'll be 2 laps to go. Big trouble on the front straightaway. Slinger and the 112 of Devin Morgan get together getting down the front straightaway, and that is going to bring out the caution flag.
Well, just as we were coming to 2 to go, we'll take a look at the UltimateDirtTV instant replay. We'll see what happened here. Slinger in the 50 machine, Morgan in the 112. Well,
yeah.
That's
Slinger. I don't think he knew Morgan had a run as he did on the outside, and the real estate, like everywhere in the world, became very, very hard to buy.
Here it is here. Just, I guess that's just close quarter racing, unfortunately, for Slinger and, well, what is Randall Carter, because Devin Morgan actually kept that car going. BJ Duval nearly had a Stephen Bradbury moment, just picked up 3 or 4 positions as we're coming back live. Kyle Miller out of the races. Green-white check going to be displayed, but, man, Slinger, I feel sorry for Carter. He was just an innocent bystander in that one. And the likes of Slinger and Morgan, no doubt, Racing Control are going to be having a good, hard look at that one. But when we come to the green flag, not this time, Jerry, but the following time by, we are going to have us a green-white checker. And just while we've got the opportunity, let's talk about the schedule coming up on the program. Tonight, round number 1, of course, Volusia Speedway Park. Next week, June 8th, racing at the Cedar Lake Speedway, followed by Eldora Speedway for round 3. June 22nd will be at the Kokomo Speedway. Then we go a week later to the Knoxville Raceway. They'll take a break and then they'll come back July 13th for the season finale at the dirt track at Charlotte. And again, you can catch all the action live here on Ultimate Dirt TV across Facebook, YouTube, and of course on the Victory Lane Facebook page as well.
There you go. Of course, if you checked in and watching tonight, let us know where you're watching from and having a good time. Of course, we'll interact back and forth with you and give you some shout-outs and make you part of the broadcast, because it's all about just hanging out and enjoying the show and having fun. So let us know where you're at, how you're doing, and maybe you did something goofy for Memorial Day, and you can let us know. Speaking of letting us know, we're going to let you know we're going GWC green, white, checkered. Blake Matjoulis has got company, though. Damien Kiefer back there in Jay Place right there as they hurry down the back straightaway. Wheeler, we're going to be looking at the white flag and 1 to go.
Yeah, Matjoulis looking to start the 50-lap main event from the pole position, but he's got to hold on for 1 more lap, half a mile. They go 3 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Keep was through the middle. Jay Place was working to the inside as they hustle down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. Heat race number 1 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, presented by CFM Esports and, of course, Victory Lane Racing. Checkered flag is out. And that is heat number 1 complete. We'll take a look at your official results, your top 3 that will transfer to the main event. That'll be Blake Matjoulis, Damien Kiefer, and Jay Place. Everybody else, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 will be sent to one of 3 B mains here on the program. That'll be Devin Morgan, Casey Brunson, Josh Vinci, Randall Carter, PJ Duval, Dixon Slinger, and Kyle Miller. Heat number 2.
I'm not gonna lie, Wheeler. You got some big names and BJ Duvall wrapped up going to B mains tonight. So it's there's some competition here tonight, and it's awesome to see the best of the best here tonight.
All right, here we go. Heat number 2 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, presented by Victory Lane Racing and CFM Esports. Starting from position number 1, that will be Mike Augustine in the 72. To his outside, it'll be CJ Howell lining up from position number 2.
There we go. It's Ryan Underwood, Team VLR machine right there, the 46 to the inside, row number 2 to the outside. Brent New from Band Motorsports in a 144.
Row 3, position number 5. Driving the 14 machine, that'll be Jack Reed, and Felix Roy from Canada will start from position number 6.
There we go. Zane Yost out of Indiana sits inside row number 4 to the outside. That'll be Benjamin Burke.
Dustin Hall for Slick Sim Sports. He drives a 3-3-1. He'll start from position number 9. And Tyler Berry in the T-Berry Motorsports 500 machine will start from position number 10, Jerry.
Oh, should be a great one. Mario Perez and, of course, Patricia Payne, all home, watching here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the Team VLR Summer Sizzler. Kind of makes me hungry for like a hot dog or a hamburger, to be honest with you.
Actually,
think about a Sizzler.
Yeah, speaking of hot dogs, you were talking about Blake Matjoulis and how he was looking fast. Tia Moppet has checked in the building in the VLR Facebook chat. Apparently, we're her favourite announcers, Jerry.
Aw, that's so sweet. All right. Coming off of turn number 4, it'll be Mike Augustine, CJ Howell down at the turn number 1. It's going to be Augustine with the whole shot, but look at Ryan Underwood. Ryan Underwood's going to hammer down to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes CJ Howell. Wheeler, you've got your hands full up front. Mike Augustine, you've got company coming.
Yeah, Brian Underwood from 3rd. He will lead lap number 1, and what a drive by the 46 machine. No doubt he'd be very disappointed with how the qualifying effort and up to his standards would have been here tonight, but he's already raced his way to the front. Augustine in the middle, CJ Howell on the inside. There were 3 wides. They come off 3 wide off turn number 4. 2 laps in, and gee, what a bar Benny have got here at Volusia.
Boy, howdy, there's more right side romancing than prom night on this one. As they come back in there, you saw Underwood took a look up under the skirt of Augustine. Now that 2 machine of Howell back on the inside. Look at this. They race him 3 wide off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. It is still the 72 of Augustine, your race leader. Feverishly fighting the bottom is the 46 of Ryan Underwood. He is not giving up. He'll lay it back there one more time to the bottom. What a battle you've got for the lead, Brett.
Yeah, the top 3 just driven away from the 4th on back. Reed, New, Felix Roy, they're stuck in their own little 3-way tussle for 4, 5, and 6, but the battle on up front as we come past the halfway stage. 4 down, 4 to run. Underwood back to your race lead. Mike Augustine now under some heavy pressure here by the 2 of CJ Howell. Augustine holds off the challenge from the 2 machine as they work to the bottom through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Underwood looking to move away. Let's keep an eye on the 44 and the Blinky Bill, Brent New, the Blinky Bullet as they call him. Brent New looking for 3rd.
You say that 3 times, Wheeler, and I will buy you a Vegemite sandwich and ship it all the way home as they hustle down the back straightaway. Underwood still your leader. Augustine, as we're going to be coming to the white flag this time, it'll be Ryan Underwood in that great looking yellow and black machine. Hustle to the bottom side of turn number 1 and 2. Underwood will throttle it off at 2 down the back straightaway. Underwood going to make this one look like child's play as they work into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is waving. It's Ryan Underwood, your winner.
Now what a drive by the Victory Lane Racing number 46 machine from 3rd. He gets the race win in heat race number 2. Mike Augustine and CJ Howell unofficially, as we're about to make that official here in heat number 2 in the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle. Ryan Underwood, Mike Augustine, CJ Howell, your top 3 that will go on to the main event. Top 3 that will go on to the main event. Everybody else, 4 through to 10. Brent New, Felix Roy, Benjamin Burke, Jack Reitz. Then we go to Zane Yost, Dustin Hall, and Tyler Berry, all going to a B main. Heat number 3, Jerry, where our cars on the racetrack.
We'll see Evan C. for Team VLR up on the front row in the 33, and Zach McSwain to his outside in the 25.
Row 2 inside will be the 3 of Alex McCullum. He'll start position number 3. Into the outside will be the Team ABR Esports caliber 12 of Alex Bergeron.
We'll see Clay Devon from the D1RT Racing Camp to the inside of row number 3. To his outside, that'll be Rocky Battenfield.
We go back to row number 4. It'll be position number 7. In the Slam Sim Sports, Mason Lobb lines up to the inside. Out of position 7 and position number 8, it'll be Jacob Leverstein in position number 8.
Then we'll go to your final 2 starters. It will be Casey Huggins and Dylan Yeager rolling off back there in the 10th spot for Team VLR.
Keep an eye on that 48 machine from the back. He'll be very disappointed that he did not get a qualifying effort in. And well, we continue on with the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, and one of those guys, Evan C. He's starting from position number 1. As Zach McSwain. How about Alex Bergeron as well, a 3-time iRacing Sprint Car World Champion. He'll have his hands full in this one, Jerry.
I will see who is on top at the end of 8 laps from right now. Pace trucks on in. Green flag waves as they go past this chalk stripe, and it's going to be Evan C. No questions. Taking the lead off of 2 and down the back straight, but look at McSwain. McSwain's got a great run around the outside, and here comes our friend from the Northland, Alex Bergeron. Bergeron in there. Little tap to the hap there, give a little bump to the rump on that 33 of C. Now they'll get back down into turn number 1 and 2. It'll be Bergeron to the bottom. The meat of the sandwich is C, and McSwain around the outside.
Well, kind of like 2 trailer park girls, it's Zach McSwain. He's trying to look for the race lead out of turn number 4. At the line, half the car length separate first and second. Evan C, your race leader in the 33 on the bottom side. McSwain now to the outside. He pulls up alongside him. He nearly gives him a 1-finger salute to say, oi, this is my spot. But I'll tell you what, Evan C fights back on the inside. And Alex Bergeron, Alex McCullum as well, sitting back there in 4th, 1 spot out of a transfer. But again, Jerry, heat races are proving to be that we've got some great side-by-side racing.
Oh, it is, and look at this. Zach McSwain off the bottom by about 3 car lengths, working to the top of the racetrack. He'll push the cush off of 4 and down the front straightaway. That is going to drive him into turn 1 ahead of Evan C. You know, C is down there digging for all she's got. Alex Bergeron is sitting back there going, I know I'm in the show. I'm running 3rd. I'm going to watch what these 2 are doing. I will learn and watch and feel the racetrack come to me. As now those 3 break away, and just as we say that, look at this, is pounding the top of the racetrack, the 12 of Bergeron.
Yeah, now that put Evan C to run that slot line in 1 and 2, and well, Bergeron says, right, mate, you want to give me the bottom? I'll take the bottom, but I think that might be the wrong move there, because right around the middle of the racetrack is probably the fastest line at the moment. 2 to run for Zach McSwain. Evan C all over the back of him. Nearly got into the left rear quarter pedal there, but managed to keep it off, and now here comes C back to the inside into turn number 3 and 4. Jerry, the yellow flag is out.
Caution on a speedway, yellow flag coming out in the speedway. See what happened there. As deep in the field, these guys have been racing just as hard, but we've been focused on that top 3. Well, that's what will happen. Looks like Dylan Yeager got come across the nose and stuff, and everything took a wrong turn. We'll watch it again, as it just got right and tight, and the bottom washed up. Everybody washed up off the bottom, and then it was lights out and a free trip to the hot dog stand with Alex Robinson.
Well, I'm glad it's a hot dog and not 15 pounds of spaghetti like he normally has.
Exactly. So everybody, well, I tell you what, Zach McSwain, everybody's following him to the hot dog stand tonight as he's out front. He's used the top lane of the racetrack, Brett, to bring that old lizard lip pit light. And I tell you, I see more and more of those. I see more and more of them lizard lip pit lights up here. And there's probably 15 or 20 trailers at Boone. I was at in Jefferson, South Dakota, announcing last night, and I come walking through the pits after the races, and I thought it was 9 o'clock in the morning because there's about 3 trailers that had them things lit up. So always good to see old McSwain lit up, lighting up them lizards.
Well, if you read this from the bottom to the top, You could go pit lizards, lit lights.
Yes, you could, or you could be light pit lit lizards. and you got to enjoy Big Al's guns too, though. So
absolutely. All right, here we go.
All right, green, white, checkered. That'll be the finish to the run on this one as they hustle off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. McSwain, your leader. C's going to lay it in there now. Look at Alex Bergeron. Bergeron downstairs in the bottom in that black and blue number 12. The 96 of Alex McComb coming. Mason Lobb. Now you've got him. Look at this. C's going to lay it deep and sell it cheap as they hustle to the white flag.
Oh, what a race this is. White flag is out, 1 to run. McSwain, your leader. Evans Sr. looking down to the bottom of the racetrack into turn number 3. Will he get the drive? Will he throw the slide job? He's going to try. No, he's not. He's going to stay down low. They come off at turn number 4. It's a drag race to the line, and there, Zach McSwain going to win heat number 3 just at the line. Boy, that was very tight between Evans C and Zach McSwain. Officially getting the win goes to Zach McSwain, 0.075 of a second. Evan C home in position number 2. Alex Bergeron straight to the main event. He'll have a deep run in the field. And then we go back to Mason Lobb, Dylan Yeager, Alex McCullum in 6. Rocky Battenfield, Jacob Leverstein, Casey Huggins, and Clay Devon, your 10 cars. 3 out of the 5 heat races are completed. Jerry, move on to heat race number 4 with Dustin Mombaquette lining up from position number 1. To the outside, the 69, the Team VLR machine. That's Brent Carter, position number 2.
We'll see Austin Hunter and Paul Hollander sitting row number 2 to the inside and outside.
Scooter Black for D1RT Racing. The 5 will start from position number 5. Position number 6 will be the 07, the Tennessee native of Howard Weaver.
We'll see Logan Rumsey there, the Slick Sim Sports machine to the inside of row number 4 to the outside. That is Colby Horner driving the 15.
And your final row, inside and outside, Kevin Williamson drives a 38 machine. He'll start from position number 9 and lining up, or scheduled to line up, out of position number 10. He'll drive the 13B. That is Aiden Beerline, and Aiden Beerline did not make the call. So 9 cars taken to the racetrack in what will be 39 cars so far for 4 heat races, Jerry.
Yes, exactly. Big payout at the end of this one, too. Just not getting paid per night, but getting paid there in a points championship. And there's some pretty good money on the line for this 6-night series as they travel across the virtual land. Each and every racetrack is never the same. Of course, tonight here at Volusia, then we go to Cedar Lake, up to the old Dairyland, see the Cheeseheads, off to Tony Stewart's Eldora Speedway, then to Kokomo. All these racetracks. So I've not been to Volusia. Cedar Lake I've been to. Knoxville. I'm not going to lie. Kokomo is on that bucket list. It's like one of the top 3 racetracks for me to get to. The dirt track at Charlotte, I've been to Vegas, I've been to TMS, they're all kind of the same, but Charlotte, out of those 3 racetracks, races so much different, puts on such great racing here on the iRacing servers. So picked out probably 6 of the better racetracks we could take these UMP cars to.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to going back to Kokomo, because the last time that the UMP Modifieds and VLR ran a race at Kokomo was a 50 lap, and I think they may have had 1 caution, or maybe even 0, but I'll tell you what, they really put on a show. Look at the Salinas truck stop number 69 machine of Brent Carter. He starts position number 2. He finds himself sitting behind Dustin Mombaquette in the 16 machine. Look at Austin Hunter, Paul Hollander in the battle of the 8 machine. In the 8s, oh, look at Howard Weaver. Had some contact from behind, I think maybe with Logan Rumsey. They kept it going. There goes Austin Hunter and Paul Hollander, and Brent Carter now outside of a transfer spot.
Yes, you got to watch out for that contact and bumping and squeezing there at the Salina truck stop there, as you see that Weaver machine trying to chase him on down. As Dustin Mombaquette, your race leader, Austin Hunter looking down to the inside. It'll be Paul Hollander around the top side. Hollander coming to the outside of the racetrack. Battle is on a pair of 8 machines, working 2 and 3 right behind him since Brent Carter. Brent Carter says, hey guys, we got to get to that leader. Let's see what Mombaquette's got as he keeps driving away.
Now, I guess you can say the next stop on the battle for the 69 is a pair of 8s right now. Now, the big ladies. 1 inside, 1 outside. You got a pair of them. It's the double 8s.
I tell you what, if you were playing a hand of blackjack, 8s are not what you want to split. But I think tonight that 69 of Austin Hunter says, Brett Carter says, I don't care. I'm splitting a pair of 8s. If the dealer lays them, and he's laid them on me for the last 5 laps, as now he splits down the middle there as we race to turn number 1 and 2.
Well, Brent Carter outside of a transfer spot, 3 to run. Dustin Mombaquette in the 16 is just driven away from the rest of the field. And heat number 4, a little different to what we've seen. Now we've got a 3-wide battle as the 69 of Brent Carter goes right through the middle, and he reclaims second spot down into turn number 1 and 2. Look for the slide job, and Paul Hollander in the 8 machine works back to the inside, can't complete the crisscross, and down the back straight. White flag is out, Jerry, for Dustin Mombaquette.
Mombaquette going to do this one in style and do it with easy fashion. Brett Carter back there in the number 2 spot. He'll lay it on down to the inside. You got Hunter and Hollander working behind him, a pair of 8s. Down the back straightaway, final time, going to gas it up through turns 3 and 4. Dustin Mombaquette out of Canada picking up the heat race 4 win. There you go. Scroll him across the line. As what a great 4 races you've witnessed so far. I don't think there has not been a time that there has been side-by-side action for second on back as Dustin Mombaquette takes the win. Brett Carter, Paul Hollander, those are your 3 locked-in punch ticket cars. Then it'll be Hunter, Weaver, Rumsey, Black, Williamson, Horner, and Beerline not making the call to the A, but they'll get to come out and get that last chance to dance.
Certainly.
Heat 5, though, coming.
Now, the 4-link motorsports of Matthew Selby will start from position number 1. He's outside. He drives the 71 for D1RT Racing. That's Cole Cabray.
Going to row number 2, it's John Ruggiero Jr. for D1RT. And his outside, that's Daniel Powell in the 19.
Then we go back to Barrett Bishop in row 3 out of position number 5. And Hunter Butts in the 42 from position number 6.
It'll be Tyler Knight there in the 7th starting spot. And Trevor Fitz in the team D1RT number 30.
Carl Kilgore in the 47 for Precision Performance Racing will start from 9th. And William Eads in the 727 lines up from position number 10. So 5 heats. We've had 5 10-car heat races. And out of those 50 cars, Aidan Beerline is the only one not to take to the racetrack, Jerry.
I had problems, I guess. He got too close to the gator pit, I heard. Got too close to the pond with a gator in it.
I think he was looking for Happy's golf ball.
Yes.
It might have been Chubbs' ball.
Yeah, Chubbs lost the ball, and that's how Chubbs lost the hand. Mm-hmm. But then Happy then got the gator and gave the dead gator to Chubbs.
Yeah, and then, well, we all know what happened to Chubbs, right?
Yes, he went dancing to heaven.
All right,
and then he came back. And then he came back in another movie as somebody else.
Hollywood, huh?
I know, it's crazy. I thought they was going to run the pace truck over there for a minute. They was on it like Donkey Kong. Speaking of that, like Blue Bonnet is that 44 machine of John Ruggiero. Ruggiero will race on into turn number 3 and 4. Look at a little bumping and grinding. Some right side romance being applied as they come to lap number 1.
Yeah, I tell you got to feel sorry for the 46 machine of Matthew Selby. Your pole sitter from this one. And after lap number 1, he's outside of a transfer spot. Here comes Cabray now. Cabray trying to work over his teammate, John Ruggiero Jr. down into turn number 3 and 4. We complete lap number 2 of 8. Then you go back to Barrett Bishop holding on to the final transfer spot. Here comes Selby now. Looking to the outside, but Barrett Bishop moves up the lane, and Selby nearly had to get on the binders there, but they hustle and side by side down into 3 and 4.
Matt Selby going to see him shoot across the nose. It'll be Bishop. Right back there to the number 3 spot. Now the race is on for the lead. Here comes the 71 machine, Cole Cabray. Cabray down to the bottom. To the outside is John Ruggiero. Ruggiero will power the machine down the back straightaway. He's got that bit of real estate you need on the outside to grab all that traction and get forward drive out of these modifieds as they hurry front straightaway. Battle shaping up for the transfer. Remember, 3's the bump. The rest are on the rump as they hustle off a 2 and down the back straightaway. That 3 of Barrett Bishop does not want to run a B main. He'd like to punch his ticket here in the heat race.
Oh, we'll see what he can do now. Looks back down to the inside there on Matthew Selby. Selby has the momentum out of turn number 4. What about the battle between Hunter Butts and Daniel Powell? Butts slides up in front of Powell. They'll make a little contact. Rear bumper to front bumper. Everybody keeping it nice and straight. 2 to run this time by John Ruggiero, your leader. Here comes Cabre now looking to the inside, trying to make the pass for the race lead. But as time runs out, Jerry, John Ruggiero looking to start position number 5 in the main event.
We'll see what happens. This is Ruggiero, Cabre, Selby, Bishop. Now Cabre, look at that. White Castles are served. Will they stick? Nope, the order set back was not quite done. They'll hustle on down into turn number 1 and 2. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, battle for third. Got a little racy up there. They got together with each other, but we were going to see John Ruggiero bring Cole Cabre in tow off of turn number 4, as it will be Ruggiero picking up heat race number 5. And what an exciting 5 heat races we just witnessed as that one comes to the close here. Let's take a look at your results here momentarily. As it'll be John Ruggiero, Cole Cabre, Matthew Selby. Those are your top 3. Daniel Powell sits 4th. Barrett Bishop goes 5th. Hunter is going to go talk to his crew chief Seymour to see if they can get that butts machine a little faster for the D main here tonight. Kilgore, Knight, Fitz, and Eads, your top 10.
Well, here we go. The first of 3 B mains on the program, Jerry. 12 laps of distance, and like I said before, if we had the 3 B mains, it will be the top 3 from each, and I can confirm that is exactly how it is going to shape up. Devon Morgan in the Victory Lane Racing 112 machine will start from position number 1 to his outside. Driving the 8 machine, that'll be Austin Hunter, lines up position number 2.
It'll be Felix Roy in the 91 out of Canada, and Barrett Bishop, they're in the 3.
Alex McCallum will start from position number 5, and Randall Carter for Victory Lane Racing drives a 37 from position number 6.
We'll go 7th and 8th. That is going to be Scooter Black. Scooter Black out of California in the 5 car, and Zane Yost from Indiana, the 93.
Well, it's daytime here at Volusia, but Tyler Knight will start from position number 9. Casey Huggins out of position number 10 with Kyle Miller. Jerry going to round out this 11-car B main. This is B main number 1, and only top 3, just like we've seen in the heats, Jerry. Only the top 3 will transfer to the main event. Everybody else will have to pack it up and I guess get ready for week number 2 next week at Cedar Lake.
There we go. The Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzler Modified Tour. The UMP IMCA type modifieds here on iRacing. Of course, getting some information out of the beer line camp. Aiden had some problems with the pedals, but got things fixed up. Apparently, something gone awry in the beer line camp, but they've got her fixed up, and we'll see how the rest of this one rolls out. As Devon Morgan, wow, you don't say that name too many times in a B main.
I'm just trying to think of the last time that I called a race with Devon Morgan in it, where he was actually in a B main, and well, normally he's one of those. You said he's one of those drivers that will, we all automatically transfer into the main event, but he'll have 12 laps around Volusia to dial that 112 in. Green flag is out. We are underway in B main number 1. Look at Felix Roy to the inside on Austin Hunter. Now Barrett Bishop now looking to make it 3 wide. We'll make it 3 wide with Alex McCallum in the 96M machine. That's the McKinney looking machine, isn't it?
Yes, it is, as they hustle them on for turn number 4 down the front straightaway. This battle for second is going to be great. Actually, the battle for third is where we're going to watch the hardest right here. Is that A machine of Austin Hunter to the outside of the 91 of Felix Roy. Felix down on the bottom side, Hunter to the outside. Look at this, Bishop back there sitting 1 out of a transfer, trying to make his way into this one.
Roy and Hunter side by side. Bishop on the outside looking in now. Change that because now Felix Roy has lost the momentum on the bottom side. Bishop now into that third and final transfer position. Felix Roy slides up in front of Randall Carter. That's your battle for 4th and 5th. Now behind this battle on screen, because now look at Bishop working to the inside on Hunter. But Hunter wants none of that one as Devon Morgan. 3.5 laps into the books, Jerry. And Devon Morgan, he has just checked OUT out at the moment. Nearly 7/10 of a second lead.
Down the front straightaway, Devon Morgan looking to make this one child's play. It's like taking candy from a baby out front, leading this thing, as it's Hunter Bishop, or Austin Hunter, Barrett Bischoff, and now Felix Roy, who was in a transfer spot, has raced his way out of a transfer. Remember, top 3 at the end of 12 laps are the ones that are going to move on into that A main. Of course, we've already locked in 15. The winner of this, Devin Morgan, the best he can start is 16th on the grid tonight.
It'll be 16, 19, and 22. The transfer positions on where they will start for your top three. Look out, Zane Yost nearly got into the back of Randall Carter. Out of turn number 4. We are halfway home. You're watching Alex McCullum in the 96. And now, is that the Mike or Matt McKinney one? I can never get those two right.
We'll have to go look. When we go to break, we'll look it up. I'll put that in your hands. How's that sound?
Yeah, because I don't have anything else to do. How about not having anything else to do? Felix Roy's now taking away third from Barrett Bishop. So Barrett Bishop is outside the transfer spot. As we were looking on for 5, 6, and 7, there has been a change for the transfer spot, and Felix Roy has got himself back into the main event.
Trying to put that Canadian hot rod up there into the show tonight is Felix Roy into the number 3 spot. Second, there is Austin Hunter and Devin Morgan, your race leader. Down the front straightaway, looking at 3 circuits remaining here at Volusia. Great shot out of the back of your race leader's hot rod. Second place runner, Austin Hunter, as just the way that Volusia races this thing. Brett, she's going to the top. I know you've raced this place in a sprint car and a handful of other hot rods. What can we expect to see out of this racetrack come feature time from what we're seeing right now? Well,
I'm going to say that there might be a track reset coming after the B mains, and I think we're going to see a lot of racing early on, especially when the probably early 15, 20 laps of the main event. Once the track gets this slick, it just becomes right where Devin Morgan is running right now. It's not so much on the bottom, but it's not through the middle. It's kind of an in-between line. Now, I dare say that's what we're going to see. But hopefully, there's no doubt that once we come to the racetrack, or when it comes to feature race time, we are certainly going to have the best racetrack possible.
As checkered flag comes out, Devin Morgan, Austin Hunter, and Felix Roy will once have that chance to dance. They will live on as they've punched their tickets and making their way to tonight's A main. Morgan, Hunter, and Roy, thank you to Brett Bischoff, Randall Carter, Zane Yost, Alex McComb, Kyle Miller, Tyler Knight, Casey Huggins, and Scooter Black. They'll get things freshened up and tuned up and head on down the road for next Tuesday night.
All right. We've got B main number 2 on the racetrack right now. Brent New in the 44N machine for Band Motorsports will start from position number 1. The 32 of Daniel Powell lines up from position number 2.
There we see it'll be Dylan Yeager, the 48 car for Team VLR, and Josh Vinci in the 021.
Logan Rumsey for Slick Sim Sports. He'll start from position number 5. And Jack Reitz in the 777 will start position number 6.
Carl Kilgore for Precision Performance Racing inside of row number 4 to the outside. Jacob Leverstein out of the Virginias in the 777.
Bit of warm apple pie in that one. Dixon Slinger, the 50 machine, will start position number 9. And Colby Horner lines up from position number 10.
Final 2 starters will be Tyler Berry in the 500 and got the pedals fixed. We'll see if he can charge from 12th to at least 3rd. Aiden Beerline back there in the final starting spot.
Can I give you a prediction on your top 3 in this one, in no particular order?
Go, caller.
Dylan Yeager, Brent New, and Logan Rumsey. In fact, that's the way I'm going to go for 1, 2, and 3.
I am going to parlay this because I will take the top 3 in the order they finish. Are you ready for it?
First across the line, second across the line, third across the line?
Well, I mean, same difference. It was 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I wasn't born yesterday, Jerry.
I might have been born in the dark, but it wasn't last night. Here we go. B main number 2 coming straight to you right there. It's Brent New and Daniel Powell up on the front row. Green's out. Here we go.
Brent New, Dylan Yeager first and second, and Logan Rumsey looks to make it into position number 3 from 5th, but Daniel Powell has other ideas. Now 3 wide down into 3 and 4. Look out, they're nearly 4 wide up for turn 4. 5 wide. Holy cow! They are certainly using each other up as we stay green. Completion of lap number 1. Dylan Yeager will lead Brent New. Then you go back to Daniel Powell, Vinci, Jack Reitz. Look at this. They are really leaning on each other. Here comes Reitz to the inside.
Oh man, what a deal! I tell you, the only thing that was used less of out of that was Dylan Yeager during the. I mean, he was like toilet paper during the pandemic scare. Everybody hoarded it up but didn't use it, and that's was able to get him around. His pace truck rolls on through him. I always like how the pace truck does that. It just like drives right through him. So let's take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV replay. Boom. There's the wall. There's now Slinger, and there's the wall, and there's a nasty flip down there in turn number 3 and 4.
Should be a good shot from the back straightaway grandstand here. Just watch Slinger just come through. He's just sort of coming through the middle, coming up the racetrack a bit, and unfortunately the right side meets left front, and well, Jerry, right side always wins.
Yes, it does. Even if it lands on the track first, the right side will win.
Problems
so
for
that is,
Aiden Beerline as well. He is out of the event as well.
Apparently, maybe the pedals have got some issue. Maybe the pedals are like my main computer I use when we do this, and I just threw it in my duffel bag last night after we got done racing outside, and now it doesn't work. I'm a little scared about that.
It's amazing how from a night or 2 nights ago you can go from, being a top 10 driver in another league, and then all of a sudden 2 days later the pedals don't work.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have them problems. I don't use pedals. Simple.
Exactly. Well, I mean, there's a reason for that there, Mr. Hand Controls.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk away from that subject.
All right. Well, Brett Walker used to be with us, but now it's wheeling on down and around to turn number 3 and 4. As it is Dylan Yeager, Brett New, and Josh Vinci. Those are your top 3 transfer cars right now. If it was over now, kids, those 3 go to the show, but it's not, as we have seen it. This one's going to be a barn burner, Wheeler. It's Yeager, New, Vinci. Now look at this. Reitz is coming around the outside of the 777 of Levenstein coming.
Now look at the 21, Carl Kilgore, right through the center of the racetrack, looking to get inside the top 3 as it stands. Dylan Yeager, Brett New hold first and second. They go 3 and 4 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Look at Logan Rumsey as well in that number 41 for Slick Sim Sports, trying to make his way back into the top 3. Levenstein, Tyler Berry, they go 3 wide down through 3 and 4.
These guys are racing for position on the racetrack, racing to see if something happens in front of them. But if not, they're just racing each other as they hurry off a 2 and down the back straightaway. The 21 of Vinci on the outside, very, very close to being knocked up out of this one. Oh boy! Speaking of getting knocked out of the way, here come the 50 of Dixon Slinger. Laid the romance on that right side off of the 50 car. Now he'll come back to the inside of that 21 car of Josh Vinci as that put Carl Kilgore comfortably into 3rd.
Now look at Dixon Slinger working the 50 machine down to the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to get by Carl Kilgore. Kilgore is very good in the street stock and now trying his hand in the UMP modifieds as he holds on to that 3rd and final transfer position. But we're not done just yet. We're still 5 laps away as they come across the start-finish line. Yeager, Brent New, 1 and 2. Look at Rumsey on the inside of Josh Vinci as well. Logan Rumsey looks to go back to position number 5.
We'll see what the 41 car does as they hurry down the back straightaway. This battle, though, still going to ensue for the number 3 spot. Carl Kilgore, like you said, yes, we've seen him dominate the street stock division all winter long. Now, as we come into the Summer League here on VLR, the Summer Sizzler has jumped into the modified. Whoa, boy, look at that big crossover move. Slinger White Castle to the cross, and you saw Kilgore take a look up under the skirt to let him know he's there. Now White Castles are returned as they hurry off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Man, what a wing-dang-doodle you've got setting up for the transfer.
Wow, what a race between Slinger and Kilgore. Slinger in the Momentum Sim Sports number 50 machine. The DSR, the Dixon Slinger Racing entry as well. He's into position number 3. Logan Rumsey on the outside looking in. Carl Kilgore, he's tried his best. He might not be able to have enough to get by Dixon Slinger. Meanwhile, lap and a half to go, Jerry, for your race leader. Dylan Yeager leads the Victory Lane Racing number 48 machine to the white flag.
Off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway, white flag is waving. It is Dylan Yeager, Brent New, Dixon Slinger, Kilgore, 1 out of a chance to dance. Off of turn number 4 and off of 2 and down the back straightaway. It's Dylan Yeager looking on in. He comes down to the checkered flag. It is Yeager, New and Slinger going to the A main.
Well, I got 2 out of the 3, right? I mean, I guess I'll take that.
I got the top 3 right. 1, 2, 3. I told you I parlayed that thing.
Yeah.
I'm going the horse track. I'm going the horse track tomorrow.
Yeah, look. Put
Hey,
me,
you know what, Wheeler?
Put me on basketball or rugby, and I'll make a pretty little penny here and there.
Just so you know, I did get the finishing order in position 7, 8, and 9 correct also.
Oh yeah, and was that 7, 8, 9?
Yeah, you know what? You know why 9 is afraid of 7?
Nah, tell me.
To 7, 8, 9. Ha ha! Here we go. Yeager, New, Slinger, Kilgore, Rumsey, Vinci. That's my dad joke of the night. Tia will love that one. Then we'll see Lervenstein. Then it'll be Barry, Reitz, Horner, Powell, and Beerline.
Oh, here we go. Final B main of the night in the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, presented by CFM Sports and Victory Lane Racing. Mason Lobb, the Slam Sim Sports, will start from position number 1, and Casey Brunson will drive the 10 from position number 2.
It's going to be Howard Weaver in the 07 and Benjamin Burke the 29.
Hunter Butts will line up out of position 5. He's outside the 97 of Rocky Battenfield, position number 6.
The old Ouija board stallion himself, BJ Duvall. They're in the 32 for Team Outlaw. And Kevin Williamson in the 8 spot.
Dustin Hall for Slick Sim Sports drives the 331 from position number 9. For D1RT Racing, it'll be the 28 of Trevor Fitz out of position number 10.
Final 2 starters going to be Clay Debin in the 84 and William Eads in the 727.
All right, final B main of the night here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. It is the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle round number 1. 12 laps it is, and just like we've seen over the past 7 races, we're going to take our top 3 to the main event. Everybody else will, unfortunately, from 4th on back, 4th through to 12th, will find themselves heading to Cedar Lake with an early trip. As we go, green flag racing. That inside row's moved up a couple of positions, by the way, because BJ Duvall started position number 3, and Howard Weaver, who started pole, is your race leader. Brunson runs second. Duvall runs in that 3rd and final transfer spot, but 1 lap in, 11 to run, and Howard Weaver is your race leader.
Weaver on out front, showing the way right now. BJ Duvall in the 3rd and final transfer spot as Casey Brunson right ahead of them. They hurry down the back straightaway. Weaver, Brunson, Duvall, Burke, Debin. That's your top 5. Now Brunson going to look to the outside of Howard Weaver. Weaver down there on the bottom working that 07 machine. Of course, we've seen him race a handful of times. Saw him back there in the spring fling in a late model. Had a great run. They're trying to make his way through the alphabet soup in the late models. We'll see if he can make his way through that here in the mods, as it is BJ Duvall. He's got a pack of hounds coming, Wheeler, trying to hold on to that number 3 spot.
Yeah, with 9 laps left to run, this is anybody's ball game for positions 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But look at Clay Debin. The 84 machine will slide up in front of BJ Duvall. Little contact there. They keep it clean and green. Look at Rocky Battenfield as well. Trevor Fitz trying to make their way through the field. Dustin Hall up on the top side. They're 3 wide. Battenfield on the inside of Duvall. And the 29 of Benjamin Burke. Look out, Duvall's got some problems. We stay green though.
He's got a little crossed up in front of Dustin Hall, and Dustin Hall took a look up under the skirt and showed him it was time to get out of the way. Speaking of getting out of the way, that is exactly what Casey Brunson is saying to Howard Weaver. Says, get out the way, I got to go. As the 84 Clay Debin is making his way into the top 3. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. It is that 07 of Howard Weaver, followed by Casey Brunson, Clay Debin, Benjamin Burke, one out of a chance to dance, but for how long as he will look to the inside of Debin. Wow, the top 3 as the caution comes out. Caution coming out.
Oh no, we've got problems for Hunter Butts and BJ Duvall, 2 of the drivers involved in this caution. Is the 32 of Duvall. There's just little problems. He got into Fitz, and then Hunter Butts nowhere to go. I guess he needed to see more on that one, Hunter.
Exactly. So I thought Seymour had her tuned on up, but apparently he is he's going to go back to writing novels. Seymour Butts is. He is quite a credited author is hang on.
Well, that's our what? Third, I don't think it's only our third or fourth caution of the entire evening. That's not a bad jump considering we are 5 heat races deep and three B mains deep as well.
And it just goes to show you the caliber of entries we have here tonight in stop number 1 of the 6-night summer Sizzler swing. Should be a great, like we said, Cedar Lake off to there next week to go land of the cheese and brats and cranberries. Yes. A lot of people don't know that, but a major majority of the cranberry crop comes out of the great state of Wisconsin. They've got all kinds of cranberry fields up there. I mean, I don't think there isn't anything in Wisconsin they don't have. They got cranberries, they got cheese, they got bratwurst, they've got... Now I'm hungry.
Well, we were talking about summer sizzle before. Right, you want a hot dog, mate? You want a sausage sandwich?
I tell you what, I would take a good Wiener Schnitzel any day of the week.
Speaking of love of Wiener Schnitzels, it's Howard Weaver to the race lead.
Yes, everybody knows he likes a hot one right out front. It is Howard Weaver, your race leader, and apparently all of that talk of meat casing round things brought us to the Weaver. The yellow's out. Man, he had a run on him. Let's see what happens here in the replay. So Weaver spun the tires, and then that stacked him up in behind him. And then, ooh.
Yeah, that was Dustin Hall. Again, we'll take a look at this one from high above the racetrack from our chopper cam. So watch Dustin Hall outside row 3. The 29 entry of Burke was a little slow on that start, and poor old Dustin Hall tried to go through the middle, but Rocky Battenfield was already on the inside, and probably not the move to make if I'm Dustin Hall, but I mean, hey, he's sitting in the cockpit of that race car, not me.
Exactly. So Tia Moppert checked in on the UltimateDirtTV site. She loved the 789 joke. But she also enjoys Captain Man I Look Fast though. So.
Like, you know how you're talking about going to the horse track.
Yes, I might do that tomorrow night. Actually, to be honest, and that's honest. We do got just a horse racing track right across town from me.
Yeah, you want a basketball tip?
What's usually I do that, Wheeler. Usually on my crew of 3 officiating partners, they stick me with the tip.
Yeah, I mean if you want to have a bet, here's a tip for you. Denver Nuggets to beat Portland Trail Blazers.
Time. You talked about basketball and then you brought the NBA into this?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That's not basketball.
Well...
That's grown men. That's grown men flopping around on the floor crying like babies and having to sit 6 games out.
Basketball, not LeBron ball.
Yeah, ball. That's exactly what that guy does. Speaking of that, balling him up front is Howard Weaver. He's got Casey Brunson coming. Wheeler, look at this. You've got a whole new race with 4 to go.
Yeah, certainly do. 8 down, 4 to run. Weaver, your race leader, drifts up the racetrack. Brunson now trying to look to the outside. Look at Clay Devon on the inside. Rocky Battenfield nearly gets a shot from behind by Burke. Look out. Oh, Devon around. Oh, no. They stack them up. We are yellow. And this, Jerry, is what happens when people get desperate.
We watch that. We'll watch the replay. It looked like Weaver got a little things got a little steppy on him over there in turn 3 and 4. And then as that happened, we'll watch the 07. Gets it in here. He got a shot. He got a little skirt looking from the little bump to the rump from the 10 machine. Let's go on board with it. Can we go on board with the 10?
Of course we can. You want it slow-mo or normal motion?
As they say, slow motion for me. Slow motion.
Here we go. He's on board with Casey Brunson. Just watch 3. There it is. There's the initial contact. That's why Weaver gets sideways like that.
And then that left the bottom of the racetrack coming closed, and Clay Debon was like Harry Ganton, stroke a race. Not again. And then round he goes. Tough break. Didn't Debon start this one like fifth row outside or something? He was deep in the field on this starting order, if I remember right.
11th.
Yeah, so was 11th up into a transfer spot, but 2 to go. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that thing done and get it back to the front.
I think that he might be done for the evening. There's a little bit of an argue over 2, 3, and 4 at the moment. As looks like Casey Brunson has just been given an EOL, and I think he may just be a little annoyed at race control. But I mean, at the end of the day, the reason why that happens was because he gets into the back of Weaver. Weaver, no option, but his car was heading down the racetrack.
Yes, it's something when you put your nose where it shouldn't have been, and then things happen. So tough break for him. As Bronson had a great run. As it's kind of one of those deals. Thank goodness it's not my call. Speaking of call, here comes the calling card from Rocky Battenfield. Battenfield looking around the outside on Howard Weaver as they hurry down the front straightaway. It'll be 2 to go this time. Battenfield's found something on the outside. Battenfield coming there. Sitting in the third spot now is Mason Lobb.
Well, look at Battenfield in the 97 again. We're talking about street stock drivers before. This guy is an absolute weapon in a street stock. He knows how to find victory lane. Speaking of finding victory lane, the white flag is out for the Victory Lane Racing 07 machine of Howard Weaver. Here comes Battenfield to the outside now, looking for the race lead down the back straightaway. Final time into 3 and 4. Your top 3 going on. Weaver to the inside. Battenfield to the outside. It's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line. Weaver going to hold on just over Rocky Battenfield in second. And then Mason Lobb will get the final transfer position here this evening. Unofficially, those 3 drivers going to the main event. We wait for the server to roll over to our warm-up session. And then, of course, we will bring you your official finishing results. But as it stands, Weaver, Battenfield, and Lobb will be your top 3. And here they are. Jerry, your top 3 going through. Ta-da! Howard Weaver, Rocky Battenfield, and Mason Lobb.
And the rest are going to head on to Cedar Lake. Hunter and Seymour going to take Team Butts on up there next week. Kevin Williamson, Clay Debon, William Eads, Trevor Fitz, Casey Brunson, Dustin Hall, and BJ Duvall all working on in there. So a little warm-up time, a little track reset. I think we're going to pay some bills, aren't we, Wheeler?
Yeah, we are now.
All right, we're going to cut away here during this warm-up session, pay some bills, treat some sponsors to some good love on the broadcast. So you're watching Team VLR Summer Sizzler here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
I'm the king of rock, there is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To promote my kingdom, you must choose fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. Now we rock the party and go correct. All sets are on time and rhyme connect. That's the right to flow and good elect. Another rapper can't stand us, but give us respect. I wanna rock.
Alright, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of round number 1 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park, presented by CFM Esports and Team Victory Lane Racing. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jerry Vansicle as we get set for your 50-lap main event. Jerry, let's take a look at your starting grid from back to front.
50. We're going 50 laps tonight. Mason Lobb rolls off 24th. Third will be Dixon Slinger. 23rd's Dixon Slinger.
22nd will be Felix Roy in position number 21. That'll be Rocky Battenfield.
Then we go to that row number 10 to the right side, Brett New. And to his inside, it'll be Austin Hunter.
Continuing the drivers from B-Main. The B-Main number 3 winner, Howard Weaver, starts 18th. And your second B-Main winner, Dylan Yeager, will start 17th.
We'll see the guy who picked up the win in B-Main number 1. It's Devin Morgan. And then it'll be Matthew Selby to his inside.
Paul Hollander will start from position number 14. And Alex Bergeron for Team ABR Esports will start 13th.
Take a look at your top 12 at CJ Howell in the 12th starting spot. And Jay Place rolls off 11th.
10th will be Cole Cabry. And 9th is going to be Brent Carter.
Then we will see right there, Evan C. in the 33 and Mike Augustine, the 72, comprise row number 4.
Pretty Boy looking to take the mirror away and take the win from position number 6. And John Ruggiero Jr. will start position number 5.
We'll see Dustin Mombercat out of Canada there in the 4, and Zach McSwain and old Corey Walker with old Lizard Lit Pit Lights is cheering on that 25 car.
Your front row for round number 1 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle. To the outside of the front row, Ryan Underwood. And from pole position for D1RT Racing, he drives the 127. He does look fast tonight. Blake Matjoulis.
Yeah.
Jerry, first across the line. Who is it? Which car?
I'm gonna, he was impressive in the heat race, and I like the sponsor. I'm going with Zach McSwain tonight. I think that green 25 machine I think he's got the old fortitude to run around the top.
I'll take the guy in front of him. I'll have to pick the elephant in the room. Blake Matjoulis, I'm going to pick. Speaking of Blake Matjoulis, we are 50 laps of green flag action here at Volusia Speedway Park. Round 1 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle. And we are green. Matjoulis leads from McSwain, Underwood, John Ruggiero. They battle for 2, 3, and 4. Down in the turn number 3 and 4. Ruggiero looks to the inside on Zach McSwain. Can he make the pass? No, but he can make the pass for 3rd. Down into 1.
Zach McSwain working and rolling around the top side of John Ruggiero Jr. Brian Underwood right on him behind him as they hustle down the back straightaway. Matjoulis is checked out of this one. Ruggiero Jr. sitting on the inside of off of turn number 4. McSwain still digging the top of the racetrack. The 46 of Underwood. Now here comes the 72 of Augustine. Now Augustine's got company. Is right behind him sits the 33 of C and the 16 of J Place. Damian Kiefer is also coming.
Well, let's hope he's not getting too much clay in the virtual cockpit of that race car, because no doubt he'll look to keep that car nice and slick, just like he's had. Meanwhile, Jay plays up the inside on Kiefer. C on the inside of Mark Augustine. Now Evan C moves to position 5, but only momentarily. Look at him, 2 by 2, Jerry, trying to stay inside the top 10.
On down the front straightaway. Top 4 are broken away. Evan C's got company. Augustine will take a little bump to the rump there as the 16 of Jay Place down around the bottom. Right behind him is that Damian Kiefer. Kiefer in the Zero Machine down around the bottom of the racetrack as they hurry off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, shaping it up for third, though, right ahead of them. Zach McSwain seeing the 46 machine of Ryan Underwood clear him this time down the back straightaway.
I tell you what, a man who's been really impressive on the sim over the past couple of weeks is the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr. He looks to close in on your race leader, Blake Matjoulis. How about D1RT? They hold a stranglehold at the moment, 1 and 2. Then you go back to Victory Lane Racing's Ryan Underwood, followed by Zach McSwain, then VLR in 5 and 6. So it's VLR and D1RT holding the majority of the top 5 at the moment.
Those two teams have some of the best Sims racers that you will see week in and week out, day or night. Doesn't matter if it's a modified, a super, if it's whatever. They are the cream of the crop, and they've risen to the top as Matjoulis out front. But John Ruggiero, man, that guy's impressing me tonight as we watch this battle back here with McSwain and Underwood. But John Ruggiero is keeping right ahead of this pack here and is keeping right with Blake Matjoulis as once again McSwain and Underwood duke it out.
You want to talk about big movers already as we work on completing. We just completed lap number 9. Dylan Yeager up 6 positions. He's up to about 11th spot. Devin Morgan, he's up 6 spots as well. How about Matthew Selby in 7th position? He has moved up from 15th up to position number 8, picking up 7 spots. And already, I mean, that's nearly a car a lap, Jerry.
Man, I tell you what, it's easy to pick them off early. It's when you get up there to the late that you've got to get around the great ones, and we'll see if they've got enough oomph to get it done as they hustle on up at that top 3. Right now, Underwood, has got to be hoping for a caution because these top 3 have gotten away from him. As you work him on in there, top 2 is Weaver in there as lap traffic. Howard Weaver there in a 07 as they hurry down off of turn number 4. Great view of the field careening on through.
Yeah, Dylan Yeager looking to make his way into the top 10. He's got to fend off a challenge here from Paul Hollander in the number 8 machine. Jay Place now outside. Inside goes Mike Augustine in that 72 machine. Augustine looking to make it 3 wide. Look at Devin Morgan as well. He's moved up 8 spots as well. The B main number 1 winner is up inside the top 10 already. And man, he is really moving, Jerry.
Yes, he is. We'll watch him. That 48 machine, Dylan Yeager out of California, working it down around the bottom. You see 2 lanes of racing right up there. Everybody's cleaning the top shut off. But Yeager able to turn that car and pinch it down to the bottom. Here comes Alex Bergeron in the 12 car. Bergeron back there in the 8 machine of Austin Hunter. Fellow Canadian racer Felix Roy sitting back there in the 91 car as they careen down the front straightaway.
I gotta say, in this field, Bergeron normally is at the front of the field. He gets into the back of Hollander in the 8, but yeah, Bergeron just looking at what we've seen him here tonight, he just looks like he's struggling at the moment, and that's not something you would normally say about a 3-time sprint car world champion.
As I've always said, everybody will have an off night. Everybody will have that night where things didn't go their way, the track didn't come around, the setup was wrong, and we're seeing that in that 12 car, unless he's got that bag of sand and he's just waiting for things to come to his liking.
Well, we are 17 laps completed in this 50-lap main event. It was still 33 to run. Look at them, 2 by 2 by 2. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Jay Place, Devin Morgan, side by side through turn number 1 and 2. In front of them is Damien Kiefer. He's stuck in a battle with Zach McSwain and Matjoulis-Seay. Selby out of the inside showed some loving to Zach McSwain. Bit late on Valentine's Day, Matt.
Yes, he was. I don't think there would have been a Christmas card exchange there. So down the front, straight away we go. It is still Matjoulis and Ruggiero gone out front as they hustle those hot rods right there. You see them. We haven't seen them for a while. Let's watch them. As now back here, you see it. Oh, McSwain took a look up under the skirt. Ruffled the hemline on that 46 car just a little bit. McSwain will come back on the bottom side. Underwood back to the top. You see him slide across the snows. Now down to the inside comes a 46 machine of Underwood and McSwain working side by side. Right behind him sits that 33, the machine of Kiefer. Kiefer back there in the 00. Now he's got a 3-car battle. Kiefer right now is the meat in the racing sandwich right now as they are racing in front and racing behind him.
Yeah, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and even 11 with Bergeron right there as well. And, well, you could get the quilt out from Grandma's closet, and let's hope that trying to come out of the closet goes Jay Place in the 16 machine on the inside of Selby now. And here comes Morgan to the outside. 3 wide down in a turn of a 3 and 4. Matjoulis-Seay, and tell you what, a name that we haven't really recognised here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and isn't he just running strong at the moment? He's picked up 8 positions at the moment. Unofficially would be your hard charger at this stage.
And we watch him down there, Jay Place on the bottom side in that 16 machine, working right there with Matthew-Selby in the 46X. Selby on the outside. Now Bergeron taking a look downstairs in the 12, the 112 of Devin Morgan, working that 16 of Jay Place in the 48 machine of Dylan Yeager. What a battle you've got deep in the field. This is your race on the racetrack from 4th on back wheeler. It is anybody's game.
Yeah, 4th through to position 12. Yeah, let that sink in. That is not a whole lot of time between, Zach McSwain in 4th and 12th spot driver of Dylan Yeager. You're looking at about a second and a half, and you still go 3 wide. Bergeron on the inside, Morgan through the middle, and Jay Place on the outside. Now looking to make it 4 wide. Matjoulis-Seay goes in, and Dylan Yeager. Jerry, we've just crossed the halfway stage, 26 down and 24 remaining. Matjoulis, Ruggiero, and C, 1, 2, and 3. But this battle inside the top 10 is really heating up, Jerry.
Look at this. Here comes the 12 of Bergeron. You talked about Grandma's quilt. I think Grandma made Alex a quilt for Christmas, and he's got everybody wrapped up behind him, snuggled in and tuck him in. It's 4 wide. Ho-ho! Hang on, Morgan gets in to the 46X machine. They will make contact. It'll suit him up the racetrack, and now things are going to get aggressive. It is time to win it or wear it because they know it's soon to be checkers or wreckers. Which one you going to be?
Felix Roy from 22nd up to 12th. He's the 91, the black, yellow, and white machine. On the outside, just sitting right in behind this 2x2 battle as he goes outside of Cole Cabry in the 71. Gee, we've seen it all night long. 2, 3, and 4 wide racing here in Volusia. Man, what a way to open up the summer sizzle. And it is hot in the kitchen. Look out, Place and Yeager come together. Place says it. Yeager keeps on going. We stay green with 20 to 1.
I tell you what, old Jay Place threw him a little cup of didn't you know soup, as it was all working it right there. Now you see that 48 machine of Yeager up to the top. Meanwhile, back up front, I don't know if you know this or not, but there is a switch in that 127 that just says cruise control, because that thing is cruise control, autopilot. He doesn't even have to do anything. He makes it look so easy, and that's why they call him Man I Look Fast in the 127, as that multiple-time national and world champion in the 127 of Blake Matjoulis sits up front, your race leader. Oh, caution coming. First caution of the feature wheeler, as we've got yellow for 2 cars right in front of your leaders.
Yeah, Brent Carter, Dixon Slinger, and Matjoulis-Seay. You take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. I think Brent Carter was just a victim of unfortunate circumstance. We'll take a look at the Dixon Slinger stuff, because that was right around where the incident happened. Again, we take a look at them 3 wide, nearly 4 wide. Selby, that's Selby and Mason Lobb there. That was in the 46X and the 28 machine, and you see Slinger trying to get around that. That may have actually started with Dustin Monbaquet actually on the inside.
Well, however it started, it cleaned up the racetrack.
Yeah, we're going to go to our Stephen Calivator camera here, our blimp camera. So look at the 16 on the inside. Well, I don't know if he's definitely drifting up the racetrack. No, he didn't hit Mason Lobb. Mason Lobb and Matt Selby come together, and poor old Dixon Slinger had nowhere to go. I kept it going.
I think what happened there, Wheeler, is the real estate just ran out.
Ah, okay.
I think. I mean, but I don't think real well sometimes. I will tell you that.
That makes two of us.
Do you realize every time we come to Volusia, that same lady in the green shirt is always in that same spot down there in turn 1?
That's Steve McMillan's wife, isn't it?
Yes, it is. She's always there every time.
Is that Alex's sister?
Yes, it is. Oh.
So that's why he calls Steve Big Daddy.
Exactly. See, I tried to tell you this but then I kind of, in a roundabout way, got introduced, and I was like, oh, yeah, nice to meet you. So, speaking of meeting, there ain't much meeting and greeting up front with that 127 as he is gone. As he does not want to stick around and let anybody spoil the party. The 127 of Matjoulis, now Zach McSwain back on the outside, the 25 car. McSwain back around the top side. 33 of Evans-Seay on the bottom. And this one, wow, look at this. 5 rows deep, 2x2 Wheeler. You got a race.
Yeah, we certainly do with 16 to run. Evans-Seay side by side with Zach McSwain down the back straightaway. Matjoulis, well, he is chomping at the bit. He wants to get that Gator win here at Volusia. Ruggiero Jr. goes to the top side of the racetrack. He opens up the inside line for Evans-Seay to try and take advantage. Contact with Kiefer Bergeron and Ryan Underwood. Man, that was for 4, 5, and 6. Yellow on the racetrack with 14 and a bit remaining.
Caution coming out. Tough break back there as Bergeron getting together with another car. We'll see what the caution is for as we ride along with Devin Morgan as he gets way out high. As he does that, everything, that was just ran out of real estate. He had to run around the top, and the door to the party went shut. I've been there myself, Wheeler. You thought there was a party going on, and you thought you had an invite, and then the guys in front of you walk in, and the door gets swung behind you.
I think he might have been saying hello to Alex's sister, actually.
Yeah, let's see what she's up to tonight. She's over there in turn 1.
Actually, let's.
There she is, back there. Because I actually thought that's where the 112 was going. I thought maybe there was something.
There we go.
Look at this shot on front. And up and climb.
And she's coming. There she is. Hi.
There she is right there.
Yeah. That pole's in the way. That pole is in the way.
Exactly. Well, I mean, sometimes you just got to work around it. So, set to go. Caution could be the game changer. Well, buddy Adam says make sure if you're looking for some swag, you know where you find some good swag at, Wheeler?
jvansports.com.
Yeah, she just head on there. We'll get you fixed up. So, speaking of that, Matjoulis had a whole bunch of swag. I'm not gonna lie. I was at the World of Outlaw, and I announced with Rick Eshelman at the World Outlaws in Boone, and there was a 127 Industries T-shirt at the Boone Speedway, and I was like, crazy. I had to walk away. I went fangirl crazy.
Unreal. I mean, again, there's a reason why he's selling T-shirts, and there's a reason why he's leading. And he's led all 36 laps so far with 13 to go this time by. This will complete lap 37. And again, the game may have just changed right now. Look at Alex Bergeron. 20 laps ago, I was saying that he was having an off night, and he's now looking to challenge here for a podium position.
I told you he may have had the bag of sand in the trunk of that 12 car, and it is now gone. As here we go, it's time to crank it up as they hustle off of turn number 4. Down around the bottom side, Alex Bergeron saying, hey, time to get out of the way. As they hustle on in, McSwain will pop up the hill, and the caution comes out.
And the yellow is out, as Alex would say. It's out.
Out.
And I think this is our man Devin Morgan once again. Second time he's involved. He'll be involved in the back-to-back cautions as the 112 machine. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh!
Wow!
Hollander.
The wreck happens behind him, and he just gets punted.
Yeah, this may have come from Weaver, actually.
So Weaver's there on the bottom, and the 8 machine. Oh, yeah, Weaver got in there with some romance.
Mm-hmm.
And that shot, that 8, not sure which one of the 8s that is, up the racetrack.
That was Hollander, Paul Hollander.
Hollander. Not to be mixed up with the hollandaise sauce on your Eggs Benedict. That does sound good right now, too, by the way. I don't even know why all of a sudden Eggs Benedict sounds tasty.
We're talking about food here, Jerry, and you've done it all night to me, all day. I'm starting to get really hungry.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm doing? I'm working you up for a trip to the concession stand after the races.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because everybody is trying to chase down the hot dog stand because the hot dog's up front. That Blake Matjoulis machine.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah, let's go ahead, caller.
Do you have your own 127 Industries t-shirt?
I don't.
Would you like one?
Well, how can I get one?
Check it. Probably check out 127industries.com or 127 Industries on Facebook. Or
I have seen
CFM.
them.
I think it might even be CFMesports.com.
But you too can get your. I mean, I still want to know if there's the one with a goat, had the goat on it. I should have got a goat T-shirt.
Well, 11 laps left to run, less than a B main distance. The D1RT boys sit first and second. Can that stay that same way? We'll find out. Green flag is back out. We start lap number 40. C to the inside on John Ruggiero Jr. McSwain trying to fend off a challenge from Alex Bergeron. This is your top 5. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. We go 3 wide. Bergeron up on the inside of C and Ruggiero as they continue to go 3 wide through turn 3 and 4. Jerry 10 to run at the start finish line. Now 4 wide in a 1 and 2. Look out!
Oh, holy cow! Look at this action. Evan C. has got the 12 of Alex Bergeron coming. McSwain's and Ruggiero, they have been 4 wide. Brett Wheeler for an entire lap of Ruggiero that time. Depped it out, got 4 to the fluff, and as he did that, he got turned up out of that one as the Zero machine making contact. Now Ruggiero is a pinball, and they just dumped him down the back straight away as Ruggiero was just trying to get out of the way. Oh, man, he just got 4 to the fluff. We'll watch the replay here in just a moment, but they come into 4, and they'd been 4 wide for almost an entire lap, but you'll see right before that, Ruggiero had got 4 to the fluff down in 4.
Well, let's go back a bit. Let's go
back just because this happens as they get into 3. No, Tia, I don't. But so right here, they're coming in there. And nobody's, him and McSwain get together just a bit, but that doesn't cause anything other than that. Then all of a sudden the Zero car and Ruggiero they get together, and then here's the end result is
this time 2 laps ago he was running second. Now you find yourself probably running 22nd.
Yes, tough break. John Ruggiero was strong tonight in that 44 car. Hate to see that happen.
Biggest movers. A pair of Canadians. Alex Bergeron up 11 spots from 13th to 2nd. And how about Felix Roy from 22nd to 7th, up 15 spots. Other mentions for some hard charges. Mason Love from 24th up to 11th. Then you go back to Brent New, who started 20th. He's up to 13th. And Dixon Slinger from 23rd. He sits in about 15th position as well.
Well, watch out. This is time where you brought your toys to the sandbox. It's time to play, but usually the cream rises to the top. But I think in this one, the strongest will survive. I think is what we're going to see here in this last 8 laps, Wheeler.
Just a heat race away in this main event. 8 laps left to run. These two drivers on the front row, they have won 4 out of the 6. Make that 4 out of the 7 Dirt World Championships here on iRacing. Blake Matjoulis, Evan C now slides up, will take second away, so it's going to be Matjoulis-Seay. And the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, round number 1 main event. Look at Underwood, looking to the inside there on Alex Bergeron, trying to move him up out of the bottom side groove. Ryan Underwood, he's back up to position number 4. McSwain back to 5th. Kiefer, Felix Roy. What a battle that is for outside the top 5. But right now, Matjoulis, here comes Bergeron back to the inside on Evan C.
They'll hurry down the front straightaway. Still Matjoulis, but this battle for second is going to be a good one. Oh, hang on. We got a big pile up over here in turn number. I've never seen a modified do that with a rear end broken. Wheeler, look at that thing.
Jerry, welcome to iRacing.
My neighbor has a dog that can do that. Walk on its front legs. Let's watch this again. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I don't even know if we're going to be able to dissect this one because this was just...
Well, what happened is that the car with the pink numbers got steppy. There's actually a wreck that doesn't happen behind that, before that happened. I just want to go right along with that car right there.
Whereabouts would you like? Whereabouts would you like to ride on? Front, rear, left,
right,
front.
Right. Let's ride right. And not that car, but the car that walks that dog tracks that thing. So that would have been like 3 cars back.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. There it is. You want to look at that camera? Yeah, that's the 97 on the inside.
Yes, the 97. So then he gets. I mean, how does he keep driving that thing?
I feel like that doesn't do it justice.
No, I don't. I don't. I mean, this is like true hardcore Monster Jam freestyling is what this is right here. He gets in there, boom, gets hit. The 8 drives him down the racetrack. Then he left side loves the inside wall.
That's where it would have knocked the rear end out too. That's why it. That's why it looks like that.
And here's the amazing thing: in real life, that thing is junk.
Mm-hmm.
iRacing flags car. But then look at it. This thing just stays ranked up, and somehow he drives it. Somehow he drove it on the left rear tire. And it's still, look at that. Wheeler, we'll go back there to the infield. Go on the, it's still there. Oh, the lack of sleep this weekend is.
That's the crew guys getting the car on the jack already.
You know who was over there? The Butts brothers were over there. Seymour was over there. He was taking a look up under the bleachers.
Seymour and want more.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of want more, we want more. This one to go back to the green flag as it is down the back straightaway. The 127 of Blake Matjoulis. Now Bergeron back on the inside. The third, the outside. That is Evan C. This thing is going to be a barn burner here to the end. Down into turn 1 and 2. Matjoulis, your leader, going to keep it pinned on the bottom. You see Evan C. Evan C's got to go to the defense because he's got 2 fast hot rods behind him. That 12 of Bergeron, the 46 of Underwood.
Yeah, Underwood looking to get himself onto a podium here. He's had a pretty horrible night, to say the least. He didn't qualify all that well. His main event hasn't looked all that good right up until these last final 3 laps. And now he gets into position 3. But here comes Bergeron. Bergeron back to the inside. C now trying to fend off a challenge from Ryan Underwood and Alex Bergeron. They go 3 wide with 2-1, Jerry.
Oh, you've got a pair to the air as they hustle on down there. Alex Bergeron trying to give her all she's got. Lets it slide up. White Castles that thing across the snoot. Evan C. going to crisscross applesauce down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. Evan C. back there. Now here comes Zach McSwain in the 25 car. Will he make the podium tonight? White flag is waving. Blake Matjoulis is Gone gone, and this one is far from DUN done, as it will be down into turn number 3 and 4. Blake Matjoulis picking up the series opener on the Summer Sizzler. He'll go first. Second will go C. The Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop cars go 1 and 2. Alex Bergeron rounds out your bottom of the podium.
Geez, what a way to open up that one. 30-odd green flag laps. A couple of yellows late in the race, but I tell you what, Blake Matjoulis in the 127 D1RT gets the job done. This is your official results here in the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle round number 1. Evan C home in second, so the boys go 1 and 2. Bergeron home in third. Ryan Underwood fourth, and rounding out your top 5 is Zach McSwain.
6 on back through the bottom half of the top 10. Felix Roy. It'll be Damian Kiefer, Jay Place, Mike Augustine, and Mason Lobb.
We go to 11th through to 15th. That'll be Kyle Cabry in 11th. 12th is Dixon Slinger. 13th, John Ruggiero Jr. Dylan Yeager, 14th. And Matthew Selby rounds out the top 15.
Calf of the 20, that's going to be CJ Howell, Brent New, Dustin Momberket, Austin Hunter, and Paul Hollander.
And your final 4 drivers to finish, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Rocky Battenfield, Devon Morgan, Howard Weaver, and Brent Carter. We wait for your podium drivers to jump out of the virtual race cars, and we'll chat to our top 3 here in just a second. But for the drivers that are keeping track on who picked up the most spots, well, 4 drivers, Jerry, picked up 10 or more positions. Alex Bergeron picked up 10 spots. Dixon Slinger finished in 12th. He picked up 11 spots. Mason Lobb picked up 14 spots to finish 10th. But officially your hard charger tonight from position number 22. He is one of the Canadians here in the field. The 91, he started 22nd and come home 6th. That was Felix Roy. Not a bad way for Felix Roy to pass 16 cars in 50 laps around Volusia.
He was moving, shaking, and chocolate cake bacon in that 91 car. So we wait our top 3 down in Victory Lane. Have they made their way down here yet, Wheeler?
Yeah, we've actually got 3rd place runner here tonight, Alex Bergeron. Alex, buddy, congratulations on 3rd place. It was a tough old night to say the least, but I guess when it counted and when it mattered, you were right there at the end with a chance to pick up the win, but 3rd place will have to do for you tonight.
That was definitely good, especially having us run these cars anytime during the season. So definitely good practice we did last night. We definitely had a shot to win last night, very close. Work on a sub bit today. A couple of minutes before the race, I should say, and really got the car going on really there at the end of the race. As the race went on, we fell back a little bit there in the middle part of the race. After a couple laps, we started good. I think we went up all the way to 8th from 13th and fell back to 14th or 13th and came all the way back up to the 3rd here tonight. So car was good there at the end. Got up to 2nd, and just that slider line 1 and 2 was just so much better. And we're a bit faster there in 1 and 2 on the bottom in 3 and 4, but just the momentum line was there and was better. So qualifying hurt us a little bit. We actually did a faster lap time in the last lap of practice that everyone did there, the leader in qualifying. So just trying to replicate that same lap, and it didn't work out for us as good as it should have been. So that definitely what hurt us tonight, but we'll try to work on that for next week.
Right, during that, after the heats and after the B mains, the track got a reset. You guys had 3 or 4 minutes to go out there and burn the track up. Did you learn anything from the heat race and watching the heat races and watching how the track progressed? And did you make any adjustments going into the main event?
Yeah, a little bit. We definitely knew the car would need to get tightened a little bit for the feature. It might have hurt us a little bit there at the beginning, but there at the end it was really good. Just the track getting a reset like this was definitely hard. The lines were changing a lot, and so we'll try to do better next week and try to come on with the win. So.
All right, Alex, well done on 3rd place. Before we let you go, of course, we know you've got a lot of good sponsors on this race car, a lot of good people behind the scenes, buddy. Who gets this done for you?
Yeah, as always, everyone on Team UBR Sports, Rebecca, Jason, all of our partners, CSI Shocks, Pelagicat, BK Designs, Wiring From Equipments, ABR Setup Shop, Stucco, City Symptography, Wraps and Stitches, And congrats to everyone that really supports this team, and myself, my dad, for watching all the time. You guys for broadcasting this and doing an awesome job every time, and VLR for allowing the drivers to do this now on Tuesdays, and we'll try to see what we can do for a championship.
All right, there we go. Alex Bergeron, ladies and gentlemen, home in the third spot. Joe Vansicool, you're caught up with our runner-up.
Evan C., what a race.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah, I did. I said, what a race. That thing was awesome.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a fun race coming up from 8th from there. A lot of good battles on the track, and, a lot of three-wide racing. I'm just glad we're just able to squeak out a, top 3 there and just have a good points night and, not anything bad happen.
Yeah, that's the deal. Like you said, there was 3 and 4 wide racing through the whole thing of this, and Bergeron it looked like he said in his interview, car came to him there at the end. Yours was pretty consistent all night, wasn't it?
Yeah, I felt pretty good in the middle when it was just kind of running through the straight middle in those first 30 laps, and then it started to go away, and it felt like I just kind of fell off, and I couldn't really run the extreme bottom like Alex could, or drove it in on that big slider line like Blake was doing. I was just a little bit too tight to do that, but it's just a couple of setup adjustments. I'm sure we can get in there and figure out some more speed for the end of the race. But it was definitely a fun track and drive on. The line changed a lot. Definitely got pretty rough going into 1 and 2 there. That made it pretty interesting. But overall, it was a fun race. Good race for us. Come out second and first race of the series. Hopefully, we can just keep getting some top 3s and make a run for a championship.
There you go. Who do you want to thank for the trip to the runner-up spot tonight?
Yeah, just all the guys at Team VLR, everybody that was put on this event and series for us. Definitely fun. Looking forward to the next races. Everybody else helps out on the team. Chris Ferguson Esports, Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, Tactory Defense, Selena Truck Stop, iRacing Flag, shop3022.com. And just thank y'all guys for doing the broadcast for us tonight. And, like I said, everybody that helps put on this show.
All right, so Evan C. coming home in the runner-up spot. And we have headed to Brett Wheeler as he's found our feature winner.
Well, picking up the first win of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle round number 1 here at the Volusia Speedway Park in complete domination form here tonight. Blake Matjoulis-Blake, congratulations on the win. And it almost feels like you haven't even broken a sweat here tonight.
Yeah, I honestly can't believe it. Just, once again nailed it. We were good early, good in the middle, and good at the end. There was a couple moments there I thought Johnny was a little better than us. Then that middle came along and we were really good. Then I found that line at the end and just overall I almost felt perfect, which is hard to say sometimes. And obviously at the end there, if anything, we were just coming in. So felt really good there. And, to come out with a win in the first race, it's some good momentum for round 2 for sure.
Right, we had 30-odd green, I think it was like 31 or 32 green flag laps there at the start. Had a couple of cautions, quick back-to-back ones. What goes through your mind, when you're rolling around, especially after you had such a long green flag run? Is it a point to where you're trying to think about, what you think the track is going to do and where you think the fastest line is going to be?
No, that's actually a super good question. When you get a long run like that, you know what to do and where the line is, and you get in a groove. And when you get those yellows, you get guys like Evan and Alex. They can time that stuff pretty good on those starts, and all it takes is one start for them to nail it, and you'll be racing for second. So yeah, obviously stuff like that roams through my head when you get yellows like that, but I had a game plan, and it kind of worked on every restart, and they weren't able to get by, so all is well.
Well, you had a yellow, I think, with about 8 to run, which happened to be the last yellow of the night. What was rolling through? There was actually 5 to go. In fact, what was going through your mind there coming to the green flag with 5 to run?
Yeah, just same thing, follow the game plan, hit that moisture down the front stretch and get into one. I knew, if I'd be clear at the flag stand, I didn't think anyone was going to get there. Maybe Alex if he could stick bottom, but, that momentum breaks hard in 3. So I kind of knew that was going to fade away, but, really I just didn't want him to time the start, and we did just that. So.
Well, You handle the pressure here tonight in round 1 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzler course presented by Victory Lane Racing and CFM Esports. Blake, congratulations on such a dominating performance here tonight. Before we let you go, of course, this race car, it's a good looking hot rod. There's a lot of good sponsors on the car, and of course, a lot of good people behind the scenes, mate. Now's the time to thank those people and sponsors.
Yeah, of course. First, I want to say thank you for broadcasting, of course, taking your time, you and Jerry. I appreciate that. Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, we're the headline and sponsor for this series, so to come out 1-2 just goes to show, go check out the website, cfmesports.com. I think it's pretty obvious what setups are the best on the market right now. We're killing everybody. So, go check that website out, and we got setups for just about every dirt car for sale. Represent Limited, ML Performance, Matt Logan for everything he does, Reliable Energy Solutions, CFM, CD Cinematography, BK Designs, Showtime Decals and Apparel, Design 75, Race XR, 127 Industries, and everybody that watched. I appreciate it.
Hey, before we let you go, there was talks of seeing a 127 T-shirt around Boone Speedway. If people want to get out and get a T-shirt, Jerry Vansicle, where can we get those T-shirts, Blake?
I appreciate you bringing that up. Shop127industries.com. I got a lot coming. We're actually designing some stuff for the summer coming up. We'll have a lot coming out, more hats, more shirts, and a lot to come, really. So I'm looking forward to it, and I appreciate you bringing that up. Thank you.
All good, Blake.
Well, I will tell you.
Yeah,
I'm going to jump in here real quick. I will tell you, I told him the story, Blake. This is no kidding. I was announcing the World Outlaw late models at Boone with Rick Eshelman, and I looked down in the grandstands, and there's one of your shirts at the World Outlaw show in Boone, Iowa. And I'm like, it's crazy.
No, and yeah, it's definitely awesome. The sport's crazy. We were in Bristol a couple weeks ago. A lot of guys had them on there, and just to see it around, locally even, it's pretty crazy to see the support. It's awesome.
All right, Blake, well done on the win, and hopefully we'll talking to you over the next sort of 5 or 6 weeks.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
There we go, Blake Matjoulis, ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight in round 1 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle course presented by CFM Esports and Victory Lane Racing. Jerry, that is Volusia done. We look at the schedule. Next week, June 8th, we head to Cedar Lake Speedway, followed up by Eldora Speedway, Kokomo Speedway, the Knoxville Raceway, a week's break, and come back on July 13th for the season finale at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Oh, a lot of great racing coming up here on the Summer Sizzler. We hope you can join us every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. Of course, if you can't be with us live, you can always go back and check it out on all the Facebook platforms, the YouTube channels, and all of that great stuff, as we'll bring you all the great action here on Ultimate Dirt TV. As it was, not going to lie, that was a killer kickoff to this Summer Sizzler season, Brett.
Yeah, certainly was. Again, you've been watching iRacing.com, and a big shout out to, of course, iRacing.com for allowing us to do what we love to do, and whether it's talking about race cars virtually or in the real world, iRacing is certainly the place to be. So if you want to get involved, check out iRacing.com, and of course, a big thank you to the team at the back end at iRacing for allowing us to be also on the iRacing live page. Check out iRacing.com/live to check us out. It'll take you straight to our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit that subscribe button, free to watch, of course. And if you're watching on the VLR Facebook page, don't forget to hit the like and follow button as well. And of course, Facebook.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit that like and follow button. We close in on 17,000 followers. Until next time, for round number 2 at Cedar Lake Speedway, on behalf of Jerry Vansicle and the entire team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night